Cool. Welcome, Zach.
Hello, Maria.
It's an honor to have you here.
The honor is mine.
Yeah, so let's introduce a bit yourself.
So I'm Zach from Party Action People, and we do Stable Summit. It's our most successful project at the moment. But we've been doing DeFi events since 2021. We do the Oracle Summit. We do restaking stuff. We're going to do intense vaults, privacy, and more.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. In DevConnect, yeah.
Yeah. So the first question that I think it's relevant to ask you is why people should care about stablecoin and why you fell in love with stablecoins, and why did you decide years ago when stablecoins were not hyped as they are now to organize a whole event conference about it?
Yeah, I love this question. I have a lot of thoughts, but why people should care about stablecoins is like a good story I have is I have this like family member who took care of me when I was young, and she lives in Sri Lanka now. And when they experienced hyperinflation, she called me once and she said, I don't understand why like medicine costs twice as much as it cost last month. So now I take half a pill, you know? And when you're from these kind of countries and you experience hyperinflation, you don't have an option to go make more money. You have to take half a pill. And that's pretty like rough, you know? And so stablecoins, what captured my attention was that we're giving people in
The
rest
chance,
of the world
yeah.
to escape out of incompetent and corrupt central banks, you know. And so so that's exactly how we started with the conference, because I was just a DJ on crypto Twitter saying when moon kind of thing, and I came across BTC Miami in 2021, and they literally had a dumpster of Venezuelan cash outside BTC Miami, and they were taking pictures of it as like. And to me, I definitely didn't have the confidence to like jump into doing crypto events, but there was such a like values gap between laughing at it and me wanting to like help these people, that I was like, yo, maybe the people doing events in crypto aren't like these super OG people. Maybe they're just like opportunistic first movers.
Exactly.
And so I was like, it's a tech problem. We should have tech conferences, and we just started doing really technical conferences in DeFi.
I think this was the success of Stable Summit, because basically, for the audience that maybe don't know, Stable Summit really select speakers, but also attendees, because you charge a ticket. It's not super expensive. People who attend are really interested, and people who talk are really committed. Even sponsorships, you're not accepting everyone, right?
Yeah, it can get weird with sponsorships because we do need money, but like,
but no scams.
Exactly. So if they're outright scams, we tell them like we can't really put you on stage with. Because how we do it, and we found some success doing this, because it's really awkward to tell people like we think you're a scam. So what we do is we just say, you know, the audience is very high level, and you need to skip past the basic stuff into how it works.
I mean,
yes,
they need to know.
They do, but I don't. At the same time, you don't really want to help them become less scammy, I guess. And in a way, like by the way we measure success at our conferences and Stable Summit is we want speakers to stay and listen. We need the content to be so good that the speakers themselves want to hear the other talks.
And this actually happens.
And it actually happens. And once like the people with not so good products hear that, they get pretty naturally intimidated at the idea of promoting a scam to Mark Zeller. He's going to shout at you immediately.
Let's talk about how actually Stable Summit crew, in the sense of attendees and speakers and sponsors, has evolved during these 9 editions. Because right now, as we saw, stablecoins are way more hyped than before. So this year we had Revolut, PayPal, Mastercard,
SocGen, Deutsche Bank.
Crazy.
Yeah, people who would never respond to emails before.
Crazy.
And
now they want to speak at the conference.
Exactly, and you know, as before the summit, we did like just a simple meetup in Gauntlet's office in New York, We advertised it for 48 hours, office party, no drinks, nothing. And like, Bank of America came, Citibank came, like they just came, 'cause the energy around stablecoins is just so high right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we started, people didn't even believe like Tether's reserves were real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And so like Tether was this
Actually,
big fugazi back then.
And also Terra Luna collapse
Exactly.
raised a bit of,
Eyebrows.
concerns around also algorithmic stable coins.
So pretty much, if Tether is bad, then all algorithmic
Yeah,
is
that's
just
true.
super bad, right? And,
Yeah.
and so now it's just crazy because, like Cap Labs is doing like this restaking stablecoin.
Yeah.
Led by fractional capital. So like even the biggest banks in the world are seeing it.
Like algorithmic stablecoins have always had a place, which is obviously not like bad ones.
Around stablecoin summit, a lot of other stuff was born, right? Let's talk about Stable School.
So Stable Summit was always, like I said, always meant to be super B2B. The audience is meant to be other speakers. One way of saying it is I don't understand what these guys are talking about on stage. It's very technical. They're supposed to show their code base. Nowadays it's getting super economic, blah, blah, blah. You have to be
Quite plugged in to know what's going on. And so we wanted to because of what you just said, that stablecoins aren't just for these propeller head yield farming guys. We wanted to create like a B2C, a direct to consumer product to help people understand stables. Stablecoins are a weird thing to encourage people on the outside to adopt
because of the things like Terra Luna and like if you go on DeFi Llama and sort by yield, you'll see like 61,000% or something. And like people, the less informed you are,
the more likely it is that you wouldn't question where the yield comes from and you just ape into like insanely bad stablecoins, right? And so we felt that the big
education, there is a huge gap in education, and we wanted to prove concept.
that stablecoins can be explained to consumers with articles and podcasts. And now we've had some nice traction, and
We're trying to grow that out into a real like stablecoin distribution platform.
Amazing. Yeah. I invite everyone to look at Stable School, learn about stable coins. Ornella is very happy because she loves educational stuff. Education is key, guys.
it's
I
most
mean,
key. I mean,
yeah.
we have institutions out here not knowing how to choose what chain to use. You have governments asking, putting out proposals like, what chain should we use? It's really funny how big the education gap is, all the way from like consumers all the way up to regulators. And yeah, it's a huge, one of the biggest steps to move the space forward, not just stablecoins but crypto as a whole, is education.
I agree. Otherwise, we will never scale, guys. I mean, if we keep talking to people in the crowd using the crowd language, we will never. And that's why I like Stable School. Some topics, of course, you need to know a bit, but you can start from scratch and you can learn. And this is amazing. So now I want to touch base on ETHCC a bit. So. I know that you guys basically organize this kind of events as a side events close to the main ones. Why do you choose ETHCC, DevCon, and Denver?
Well, we wanted, stablecoins go around the world, so we wanted to pick the places that have represented different regions, and so Denver was the big one in North America. ETHCC was the big one here, but we also chose ETHCC in particular for our flagship event. So like our only 2-day stable summit is at ETHCC every year, and the reason for that is just ETHCC is the perfect conference in terms of the balance of super degen DeFi people and then very trad people. I mean, the Robinhood announcement is super amazing. Yeah, things like that. So it is just
so
the
thanks
perfect place.
ETHCC.
Thank you ETHCC.
Thanks for
We
hosting
love
us.
ETHCC, yes.
Exactly. We will always love it. I mean,
It's amazing. It's worked out amazing. I hope you
course.
choose Khan again.
Yeah, exactly. Please, Bettina. Now let's go back to institutions because someone is not happy. Now we receive so much attention. Decentralized stablecoin can be harmed by regulations, DAI not accepted on Coinbase, this kind of things. So what's your idea and what's your position?
I definitely have people in my DeFi network who think that I've completely sold out to banks now, because I get really excited when I hear like MasterCard, Visa, Bank of America, they're all coming for stablecoins now, and it's exciting for the space as a whole. And people are like, oh my god, so we were just building rails for banks all this while, and I don't really see it that way. I understand why people do, but to me, we've spent enough time like building in the shadows. We should never have been in the shadows. This is just a tech thing. It's not like an ideological. It doesn't have to be a purely ideological thing. Of course, crypto started based on ideology against the banks, but if we just wanted to build in the shadows, we were never going to meaningfully help people, because like those people in the global south, corrupt and incompetent central banks are like, yeah, why don't you help my people get liberated from my corruption? Like, that's not how it works. They will just ban it and shut it down, and if Bank of America, Amazon, Walmart are issuing
big
stablecoins,
ones, exactly.
it's going to be much harder for people to like shut down the entire concept, and the censorship resistant hardcore DeFi degenerate stablecoins will still enjoy like trickle down benefits, I suppose, because once you have the banks on your side lobbying for you and stuff, and also banks will accelerate. If the banks increase adoption, it increases institutional and regulatory education.
I think that we are growing, but we are not yet a 0.01% of what they are. So finding the common ground, so we are not giving up to our values and principles, but if we see that they go a step further, we should also go a step further. Another question is, what's your favorite stablecoin? That's hard.
I think I'm not legally allowed to say because Stable Summit very neutral.
We love every stablecoin.
We love all the stablecoins.
But
I think there are different stablecoins for different purposes. I like FX Protocol. It's one of my favorites. They did a fair launch in the Curve ecosystem. No team allocation, no marketing allocation, just deployed cool code straight to mainnet, and they're printing pretty cool yield. It's a very interesting concept. The yield is real, and all verifiable on chain. But that's not going to be the first choice when I'm trying to onboard my grandma to stables. I'm not going to say, hey, go. You just have to go on Curve and swap. It's going to be a bit complicated. So I think Tether is a common enemy of everybody.
Yeah.
But they've done a really good job creating distribution in
that's true.
Places, making banks understand, doing the hard work nobody wants to do with the regulations and everything.
Another thing that I want to ask you, at Stable Summit and other events you organize, you also host RWA-related projects, security-related projects. How do you think the landscape around stablecoin, the ecosystem around stablecoin has changed?
I think when we started in 2023, it was very, very DeFi. So it's just like Tether Circle, and then everything else was DeFi. Sorry, Pexos. But now it's really cool because you're just seeing all kinds of things. Like I've met family officers looking to start looping strategies in DeFi. I've met payments companies working in very specific regions. So you have cards coming out in Pakistan, Dubai, individual countries that enable people to spend with crypto and stables. So payments are the big wave now, but we're also just the expansion of DeFi, because DeFi is far from solved, and there's much more innovation to be done. And so we're still focused on DeFi because that's where a lot of the magic is going to happen, I feel, in the next few years.
How do you feel about the future?
I don't know. I feel at the moment it feels great with suddenly being legal, regulatory clarity, all that good stuff. But if something can be made legal so easily, it can be made illegal.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
Easily, right? So I don't have max confidence that we should all just be max long USD, but I'm excited to see what's happening in the space.
Course.
I'm very happy to see the big boys come.
Who do you expect in the next Stable Summit? ETC.
If you told me 3 years ago that Revolut and
you would never be. Yeah, because you're pessimistic. Try to be optimistic.
Definitely, I'm pushing like the programming team to try and get us like a Walmart or Amazon,
Ooh.
who are exploring using stables for the internal and external purposes, and it's just going to be really exciting to see how such a legacy business on board.
So Jeff, you're invited. Last question that I wanted to ask you is your plans as party action people. What does Q3 and 4 look like for you, and also next year what you have in your pocket that you can share?
H2 is going to be mostly on the event side. It's mostly in Asia, Seoul, Singapore, before I go to Buenos Aires, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
At Buenos Aires, we're piloting a few new like DeFi summits in a few new verticals, so like oracles, privacy, and vaults.
So there will be 4 conferences.
Yeah, basically you can come to our events and you'll be fine. You'll learn all the things that are happening in DeFi. Yeah. But we're testing them out to see which ones get people super excited, and then we'll expand them out next year in 2026. And then we're also expanding Stable School. So Stable School is going to get a lot smarter with a lot more information for people. And some other things in the kitchen that will be exciting as well.
Okay.
We still have a signature question. Because we're on radio, what's your favorite music?
What's your favorite? Ah, yeah, right. No. I have the perfect question. If you have to choose a song describing Stable Summit.
Holy shit.
If you need to choose the soundtrack for Stable Summit, what would it be?
Me and Matteo over here wrote the song Tears of Crypto, but maybe don't read the lyrics.
Yeah, I remember this.
But it's about hugging your mom, so it's good. But generally, I'm a psytrance guy, so it would be something pretty psytrancey. Very technically made music, but very happy, just like crypto. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Amazing.